Hey guys, Jason Ninja here. Today we're doing a video on piriformis syndrome. So it's one of the deep glute external rotators. So quite often it can get tight and cause sciatic and nerve pain down the leg. So it's one of the more common things that we see in people. But before I forget, the MMT calendar is out now. So you can purchase that online. If you click in the link below, you'll be able to jump on that. 2024 90s gym fantasy. The calendar's ready. Aaron's just doing some work behind the scenes here. But yeah, jump on, have a look. It was a fun day shooting.
Oh.
But yeah, get your copy. There it is, a little snapshot.
Oh, jeez.
The man in all his glory. But yeah, anyway, back to the treatment. So it's a common condition that we treat with people that sit down for long periods of time. Quite often they might have externally rotated feet and hips as well. So if you look down and your feet are turned out, quite often it's that piriformis getting stuck in that shortened state. And when it gets in that state, it can compress down on the sciatic nerve that runs through it. So that can cause that sort of referral pain and tension down the leg as we get another little flash shot of what's in the calendar coming up.
You guys want to see a bit of Barbara Bush?
Sorry, we're just getting some comments from behind the scenes here. So yeah, we're just slowly working our way through the glute. I've gone a bit quick into the glute here for Ninja, but yeah, I know he can handle it. So
Good pain.
just going with a broader sort of elbow, angling just off the sacrum there where the glutes attach in through those sacrum attachments. So just sitting there, waiting for it to relax. If you haven't had this treatment before, you can be quite tense through the glutes and it can be quite tender. So we will go with what you can accept and that pressure that is productive for you. And so we're just waiting for that tissue to soften and melt until we can get to that layer where your pain is coming from. So it might look really deep and really painful and people on the table wincing, but it's with what you can handle. And it's that productive pain that I mentioned, like that for Ninja. Yeah, you also might experience this. It's like a deep aching in the glute as well if you're a runner or someone that walks a lot. And you do have those outturned feet. It could be another presentation. Because the way you start to move is instead of the hip actually extending properly and working in proper alignment, you actually start to abduct the leg if that foot's turned out. So muscles work differently around the hip and the glute complex.
Nice.
So we can work at straightening that out and correcting your biomechanics. So once we've done that, I tend to come around the other side now so I can angle in this way now. So I've hit down straight on those tendons, but now I can sort of angle my pressure under and get into those deeper layers. So we just sink in, pin that tendon there, not moving too quickly. That's also another thing that's different with our treatment to other forms of deep tissue massage is it's a lot slower, more precise. And we're not afraid to just hold things for 5 or 10 minutes or however long we feel that tissue needs. If you've had chronic pain or chronic piriformis syndrome for 10 years, then we're not just going to hold it for a minute and then move on. We're going to spend the time that it needs on there. How are you going there, Ninja?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Tuning in.
Tuning in?
Yeah.
What's it feel like as a receiver for the glute? I mentioned it's pretty uncomfortable, but what sort of sensations are you going through there?
Yeah, I'm just getting awareness of where I'm tight, where it's sore, and a lot of times you don't have that awareness. So but it's like whenever you go into a new place, it's intense. I think is a good word to use. And it's intense, intense. So and then that sort of seems to fade. So you got to breathe through that initial bit. Can be sharp, intense, and then it fades, and then you kind of seems like as soon as that kind of lessens in intensity, then you go to another bit. So it's like you're just working through these layers of solidity, and then it smooths all out. So that's what you want. You want things to change.
Yeah, that's what we're all about, is creating change in the tissues. And that's why we spend so long holding spots, because yeah, that quick sort of flush through isn't going to create that long-term change that those tissues need to break down, to melt, to soften. Yeah, if you think it's been in there for years, it's been compacted, it's tight, it's not functioning and contracting and shortening, but also lengthening properly. Yeah, we need to get in there and spend the time to break it down, create new patterns, create new habits in those tissues. We're just slowly tracing around. So I'm still angling in towards the sacrum there. And there's normally a couple of really good spots when we get around towards the top of that iliac crest. A bit more into the glute med and min. But they can still play a role as well. So yeah, those for playing along at home, the piriformis muscle runs from your greater trochanter across over to the sacrum. So it's running sort of on this line here, that way. So we'll go and attack the other tendon here, coming off the greater trochanter. So we sink in. And quite often with people that suffer this condition, you can actually feel like a really ropey band of tissue in there. Sometimes it's sort of almost like you nearly flick over it. So it's just allowing that tissue to soften before we can get to that layer so we don't flick over it. So pin it there. And this one can refer, straight down that hamstring into the calf. So if you're sort of feeling an aching through the hamstring and the calf when you're sitting down, that's a sign that it might be coming from the glute, from the piriformis. Just little wiggles that can change the angles that we hit.
Feels good.
Bit easier through there.
Yeah, man.
Starting to adjust to the pressure.
Yeah. That's one of those things, when you go slow, you can get a chance to receive it. And big thing with this stuff, with our work, is trust. We've got to trust the person that they're not going to hurt us, and then we can let people in. So we're not kind of guarding and pushing somebody out, trying to run away.
That's it.
Yeah, we want the change to happen. We need to kind of let the person do what they need to do to help us out. So
it's trust in both ways, isn't it? That you need to trust that, I'm going to do a good job and be able to, get the best result for you. But I need to build trust with you in the fact that you can let me get to that depth. Yeah,
there's trust everywhere. You got to trust that the method that we're doing works as well. So it's all on the same page, and so
trust that the body can heal itself as well. That's a big thing that we say, is the body can heal if given the right conditions. And as someone receiving the work, you need to also trust that. If you're sort of going in with a negative attitude of, I'm just going to be stuck with this thing for the rest of my life, then chances are, you're going to do things that aren't going to help you along that journey. Because that's the story you're telling, and feeding yourself, your body picks up on that.
Yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to believe.
Yeah. So when you believe, then you start doing the things, actioning the things that are going to help you.
Yeah.
When you don't believe, you give up, and so you don't actually do things that are in alignment with healing and strengthening and balancing and things like that. So you're not helping yourself.
Get a bit hairy around there, Ninja.
Yeah, that's sore.
You said you did some heavy squats during the week. You've changed up your program on Monday night.
Yeah, just trying to have a bit more squat focus. So see how we go.
You said it felt a bit different. You pulled up a fair bit sore doing squats first instead of deads.
And even, I think, because we did them first, and we didn't go heavier because it was our introduction week one of the cycle. But for some reason, maybe because we weren't as warm when we did the squats, we kind of tore a few more fibres, strained a few more fibres. So it might be something like that. Or maybe all the isometric holds and the farmers walks and stuff that we did was new as well. So
new stimulus for the body.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do one more. We'll go in with a little bit of extra curry in there just to get things right for sprints.
Yeah.
So pin it, angle in.
Whoa.
Sometimes you can get a wall if there's one close enough, but I'm a bit short in this room, so we'll just push off the floor.
Yeah, you got plenty on it.
You doesn't need much more.
Nah, I'm all right. You good?
Just hold, wait for it to melt. and then we'll fix your pain. So yeah, don't forget, MMT calendar's out now. So yeah, click the link below, jump on, get a copy for it. It's a great Christmas gift. Or yeah, to hang up in your house somewhere. You might want to keep track of the days.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
look at that. Anyway, thanks guys. See you next time.
Done.